What is going on, everybody? How are we doing today? It's your boys with another episode of the Shots Fired, the sports podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Jonathan Romero.
Manny Herrera here.
And this is Shots Fired, the sports podcast. We got some topics for you guys. Got some madness, March Madness, I should say, going on. Down goes Gonzaga. Big teams going down. Baylor down as well.
Arizona.
Let's see, we got some more NFL trade news, blockbuster trades.
All over the place.
All over the place. Watson in Cleveland, that's a big blockbuster trade. We got Tyreek Hill to Miami for 5 draft picks. That's a lot.
See what you guys got to say about that.
And then talk some NBA news. Let's get into it, man.
The madness.
The madness, March Madness.
So, like everyone else's bracket, ours are busted too, but it's been fun.
Oh yeah, it happens every year. Everyone's bracket gets busted. You know what I mean? Like
the probability of winning is
the biggest one
crazy.
was Kentucky losing. That's what busted everyone's bracket immediately.
St. Peter's.
St. Peter's. Can you guys believe that? They actually won today. So they're the first 15 seed to make it to an Elite 8 ever.
First 15 seed to make it to an Elite 8. That's crazy to think.
What a Cinderella run, for real.
Yeah, they're the ultimate Cinderellas, and like they beat really, really, really good teams too.
Like 2 Kentucky, 3 Purdue. Like those are best of the best.
Yeah, so they get North Carolina now. North Carolina,
and they've been playing good.
Yep, they just got rid of UCLA, 4 seed. Yeah, so that was a good game. We watched that one. That was good. Yeah, this tournament, it's been better than I expected. I know there's always a Cinderella, but
St. Peter's.
Yeah, that one's pretty. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. 15 seed.
No one had them going far for sure.
Well, they usually get an upset in the first round, and then after that, they just they'll
1 or 2, right? And
Yeah.
then no,
They just get the one win to bust everybody's bracket, and then they lose after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's obviously the big time schools that are in the Elite 8 now.
St. Peter's, I'm not even gonna lie, it's the first time I've ever heard of the school probably.
Yeah, I didn't look it up. I was just watching the game, and they said that they were from the East Coast, like Jersey City,
okay.
from New Jersey. So good shout out to New Jersey out there. Yeah, that's cool. So we'll see how far they can take it. Maybe they could go all the way.
Yeah, man.
They're playing North Carolina. They're an 8 seed, but I guess once it gets down to it, the seeds don't matter. 3 number 1s went down.
Yeah, unless you're pretty deep into it, you know.
But Houston's a good team. They've been solid all year, and then just the good team. A lot of good teams went down. Texas Tech, like you were saying, they went undefeated at home, and the tournament's different, but
me and Manny got some picks for you guys. We did a little Sweet 16 little challenge.
Can't even get that right.
I know, it's still
can't get it right. My bracket was busted.
I had Gonzaga winning. Arkansas, at least, that didn't happen. I had Texas Tech beating Duke, that didn't happen either.
Yeah, likewise.
But Houston beat Arizona, got that one. And then Villanova for Michigan, got that one too.
Yeah, you had some good ones. I had Gonzaga winning, so my bracket got busted right there. My Sweet 16 bracket, I had Duke winning, and then I had Houston beating Arizona, and I did have Villanova beating Michigan, unfortunately. Sorry to all my Michigan people out there.
And then Tar Heels won, so I had them beating UCLA.
That was a good game.
St. Peter's over Purdue. I picked St. Peter's.
I picked Purdue.
Good little upset. Obviously, before this whole tournament, I would have picked them, but since we did a Sweet 16 challenge, I had to pick them.
The Peacocks?
Peacocks. I heard it's National Peacock Day, you guys.
We're gonna have to check.
25th.
We're gonna have to check that. That's super cool. So yeah, I had Purdue winning, so obviously I got that one right. I had North Carolina winning, and then I had Providence beating Kansas, but
I chose Kansas.
Yeah, so you got me on that one. I had Miami beating Iowa State, and they just did.
I picked Miami too. I just saw that.
Nice. So it's always fun. March Madness is always fun. It's one time of the year.
Yeah, just annually. It's all luck if you win a bracket, you know. I mean, it's some knowledge.
There's a reason they're going to give somebody
some teams that always make it and go far, and you kind of know more or less. It's which teams are going to go far or not. And then sometimes even for those Cinderellas, you kind of look at their record and see who they played and be like, all right, maybe they can make a run or.
Yeah, it's not till after the fact.
I thought South Dakota State was going to make a run. They had a winning streak coming in but no, they fell in the first round.
Our New Mexico State Aggies made it a little bit far. Yeah, they had a good game with Arkansas.
That was an interesting game against Arkansas because we were watching it, and New Mexico State had them scoreless, like 0 field goal drought for like 10 minutes. I think I want to say like twice. Like they had them scoreless, and they had chances to.
Yeah, they had like a stretch of like a 7-minute drought, and then like another one of like another 5, so like 2 5+ minute droughts. So and they only went up by a point once.
And to think they beat Gonzaga.
Arkansas,
New Mexico State had.
Like they're solid. Like Arkansas is good. Like Houston's really good. So like these teams that are left are obviously really good. So, I guess we'll see what happens. Who do you got winning in the Elite Eight?
The Elite Eight.
I think it's Kansas against Miami.
So in mine, I chose Kansas NC. I chose Kansas to win it all in this little Sweet 16 bracket.
That's cool.
Houston Villanova. Let's see. So I had Houston Texas Tech Final Four. So
in your original bracket?
Yeah, and then I had Texas Tech Kansas in the championship. But let's see if Kansas can do it. I feel like it's their year.
They always have a good program.
Yeah, they're always favorite to win, and they haven't. When's the last time they won? It's been a while. So
man, I can't even say.
They're due for one. I feel like they're due for one.
I know for sure the last one that they won was with Mario Chalmers when they beat Memphis with Derrick Rose.
Yeah. I want to say that was maybe like 2008. I want to say.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a.
Man, that's crazy. That was a good one. I know
Chalmers, right? I think he hit that shot over.
Yeah, they sent it to overtime. I was so sad. Memphis was so good that year.
Yeah, they were.
There's some controversy. We're gonna have to get into that another time. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We'll have to go into like older stories. Yeah, because that was a while ago.
The show too is we got to talk about all the stuff that's happened. You know what I mean? Our
stuff
we want to do topics that are favorite, team moments, and then our biggest disappointments. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and all sports too, and like NBA. So to get it straight, who's your NBA team?
The Miami Heat.
Number one in the East. Number one in the East.
That's my favorite team.
D-Wade,
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, Good Days are still with you guys. Like, that's another good franchise, too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I like the Nuggets, so I don't know. I'm probably just going to have to do a bad list because we don't have any championships, so whatever, I guess.
There has to be some good moments for you, though.
Yeah, there was, but,
we
never won, so I guess. We'll get into it. But, speaking of Miami and Denver and all that, we're gonna have to get back into the bracket.
Playoffs are coming up for the NBA. It's gonna be exciting. There's about like 10 more games, right? 9 more games.
Yeah, like every team has like at least like 9 or 10 more games.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much sealed up at the top. Phoenix, Memphis, Golden State, everyone knows. Or if you didn't know, now you do.
Who do you got out of the West going to the finals?
I don't know, man. Phoenix looks good. Chris Paul's. I don't know if he came back already
last year,
but he's supposed to come back. Yeah, he was in it they were in it last year, so they have the experience. Like the young guys have. Devin Booker. He's a dark horse MVP. What I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing.
Phoenix. No, I'm just saying like they're the number 1 seed, but I mean I don't know. Golden State if they were all healthy, but I guess James Wiseman.
That'd be my pick out of the West. Golden State.
James Wiseman is out for the rest of the season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's kind of a big one because I guess depth makes a difference. Like in the playoffs, you know what I mean? Like they can't play the whole game like the stars. Like they have to have some rest. So that's kind of like a big.
Curry's out too for the regular season.
Yeah, what had happened? Oh, the knee with Marcus Smart, right? He dove into his knee or something like that.
So that or his foot or something.
Oh yeah. He dove into a lower extremity, and his foot got injured. Yeah, Steve Kerr, the head coach of Golden State, wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah,
with Marcus Smart.
Playoff time.
It's kind of dangerous.
Yeah,
you can't be playing recklessly.
Oh yeah.
No matter if it's like Steph or if it's just like anyone else. So, but yeah, the playoffs are crazy. So I don't know. Out of the West, I would say. I mean, it's up there. Like,
it's even safe to say Phoenix
because Ja is out right now. Ja Morant's out for Memphis. He's going to get reevaluated in 2 weeks. So
that could be a surprising team to look out for.
Not anymore. They were coming out of the E, but they'd have to be either Phoenix or Golden State or any one of the West is tough because Denver's still there, like Jamal Michael Porter Jr., like how we talked about in the other episode. Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray might come back, so
that would be good for you guys. Dang.
Yeah, the Nuggets, that'd be great for us. So that's what I'm hoping for. But and then like just getting into this year, but even next year, like Kawhi and PG are gonna come back to the Clippers, and that's it's gonna be crazy. And the Clippers are still the 8th seed right now, above the Lakers. The Lakers, yeah, the Lakers
are the one and done, huh?
They're the 10th seed right now, and they play New Orleans coming up, so that's a big game coming up, and we'll see. Yeah, they're down the home stretch. They have like 9 more games, like we were saying earlier, so we'll see what happens. And then in the East, like you said, Miami's number 1.
Philly.
Milwaukee's number 2 now.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Philly's number 3. Boston number 4. And then Brooklyn's down at 8. And I can't believe our shout out to Cleveland. They dropped down. Right? They dropped down to 6. They were like 4th last time we talked. But yeah, I think Jared Allen's out there center, so that's kind of a big deal. Everyone can score in the paint on them, so they're kind of hurting right now. But
it's crazy how key players could get injured, and it really impacts like.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
games and.
Yeah, and then to like when they come back,
losses really show too. Like.
Yeah, and then when they come back, like it's the rehabilitation, and then they have to like get back to where they were playing at
Especially
before.
When you miss more than like a month or 2, like it's a long time.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
A couple weeks is one thing, but like a couple months is like totally different level. Like,
especially at this time of the year too, like towards the end of the season, heading into the playoffs. Like it's just like I feel like if you get injured in the regular season, and then you come back in the playoffs, like it's like a completely different game. Obviously, like anyone will tell you that. So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Brooklyn, like you were saying, they're down at 8th. But the vaccine just got lifted.
Yeah, it's lifted now, so Kyrie can play now.
Yeah, it got lifted like yesterday, I think.
Pretty recently.
Thursday, I think it got lifted. I don't know, it got lifted this week. So yeah, he can play now. And even for baseball, for the Mets and the Yankees, I didn't even think about that. Like for the MLB, when the MLB starts a little bit later next month, the Yankees players. Could you imagine like if you had backs and like the starters couldn't play for the Yankees or the Mets? Like, what? Anyway, so we're glad they got that situated out there in New York. So, yeah, that's good news. So Brooklyn, watch out for Brooklyn. I feel bad. Whatever top team has to play them because Kyrie's there. But we're still waiting on Ben Simmons. Like, I heard he's getting epidurals in the back. Like, maybe his back actually is hurt, but he hasn't been playing. So it's like,
right, yeah, correct, year plus, I'm
like, how do you see your back get hurt like that when you haven't been playing? Like, I mean, I know stuff happens, but I just want to see him on the court, like, as a fan, you know what I mean? Like, you do, I do, like, I know you do, like, everybody does, so.
Especially with that squad.
I know, because, like, I know it's not that easy just to come back, like I was just saying right now, like, the playoffs. Like, he hasn't played in almost a year, a calendar year, not just, like, an actual season, and he's going to come back, and it's going to be way different, even not just scoring.
He might be hella rusty.
But even, like, even I think so, because I like Brooklyn, like, they're not, like, KD's my favorite player, so kind of rooting for them, but I don't know, their defense is kind of suspect, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens with the playoffs since they're starting soon, but yeah, the NFL, the trades, trades,
some crazy trades, everybody. I know you guys heard about him. How about Deshaun Watson in Cleveland? Huge contract,
230 guaranteed.
Jeez,
it's never happened.
Like
back in the day, well, not back in the day, but this was like, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. Kirk Cousins got $80 million guaranteed, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, $80 million guaranteed! Like that's crazy. That's like unheard of." That was, and then now $230 million. That's like almost triple of what
that's
he
the
got
thing nowadays with just sports. Everyone wants their money. And of course nowadays compared to back then, there's more money more than ever. And I remember players were holding out and fighting for that. And it looks like they finally won. You know what I mean? They're getting their money. Like, we're getting the new record contracts. It's just a normal thing now. Like,
yeah, it's becoming more and more normal, and that's good, especially for the NFL too, because like considering it's like a really really dangerous sport. Obviously, like
Yeah.
there's no denying that. Whether you like it or you don't, it's like really dangerous, and anyone that has watched it will tell
There's
you.
just players out there, they know they're the best in the game. You know what I mean? And so it's
And those
like
are big. Like they're getting
their money. They want to get paid.
They want their money. They want a lot of money.
Hill went to Miami Dolphins, like for 5 draft picks.
And he got 100. He got 100.
draft picks.
120 million.
And that's the largest contract for wide receiver ever.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
think about this. In Kansas City, they got 5 draft picks, man. Load up Mahomes up, load the defense up. That's 5 picks, like.
And they're all like in like 3 out of the 5 are in this year's draft, like high in this year's draft. So they're not gonna get another Tyreek in the draft, but yeah, like you have to get drafts to get. You have to build the team.
This just pretty much says to me like Kansas City's gonna be pretty elite for a while by the looks of things, especially with all those draft picks.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that they still only just have one though. You know what I mean? Like they've been there, like they've been in the championship games, but like you can go a lot of times, and if you don't win, then I wouldn't. Would you call them a dynasty or not quite yet?
They would have won that second one against Tampa. They would have like. You know what I mean?
And the offensive line was hurt. Like stuff happens, obviously, but
number 12 had different things to say.
I guess the defense had different things to say. The offensive line being hurt had different things to say. But anyways, getting back to that pay. No, I'm just glad to see that these contracts for the NFL players, and I hope it happens for like more of the position players and like the linemen and stuff like that, like the contracts that are fully guaranteed. Because like these guys, like they're going out there putting their bodies on the line in the NFL, and they know what they sign up for, and I get all that.
You think,
but I feel like the contracts need to be guaranteed, like not just for basketball, not just for basketball and baseball, because basketball and baseball contracts are guaranteed, but football isn't. But like you said, it's becoming more normal in football, so that's a good thing, and I'm happy that that's happening. So I just wanted to get that in there.
Yeah, and then we got Juju Smith-Schuster playing for the Kansas City Chiefs now.
Yeah, he went over there too. Valdez-Scantling from the
Packers.
All the receivers are leaving Green Bay.
They leaving Rodgers.
What does that say about Rodgers? I don't know, man. Good luck, Green Bay. Like he'll probably get another MVP this year.
You think the Chiefs getting Juju Smith-Schuster had anything to do with the Tyreek wanting to go to Miami, or was?
I think they just got him. I think they just got him. Did they get him afterwards? We're gonna have to look that up, right? Because I thought they brought him in afterwards, or did they trade?
Well, I mean, it's to me it sounds like Tyreek wanted to go to. It was either like Miami or like the Jets or something for like a while. I mean, he wanted to get paid.
I think his payday was coming up.
I don't think Juju going to Kansas City had anything to do with it, but I'm just
Yeah,
I could if I was Tyreek, if Juju came to us, I'd be like, why do they need another receiver? I'm here. And it's like, no, I'm going to go somewhere else then, like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Or is that too much speculation?
Maybe that's a little too much speculation. I think you're digging too much into it. But no, I think it's just like it was time to get paid. They paid Mahomes, and you can't pay.
If someone wants their money, they're gonna get their money.
You can't pay a quarterback that much money, and you can't pay a wide receiver that much money at the same time. Like there's so many other positions that you have to pay. Like you have to rob this guy to pay that guy, and like
right. And
he was gonna leave either way when his time came up to get paid. So, like, are you going to get what you got for him, which, like you said, was 5 picks, or were you going to let him walk for nothing? So, like, that's pretty much what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And that's where the players have the advantage. So, I mean, that's cool. We'll see what happens to Miami in your AFC East, because
AFC is stacked now.
AFC West.
AFC West.
Not the AFC East.
The AFC East.
No, Buffalo's there. Buffalo's there.
Doing nothing.
Yeah, they lost J.C. Jackson.
The only thing Patriots have done, we signed Malcolm Butler back. Shout out my boy.
Super Bowl, huh? Yep. Against our Russell Wilson now. Man.
Dude, watching that game, I swear on everything, like, when that pick happened, bro, I just immediately just started screaming. Literally ran out the door.
I couldn't, bro.
It was so crazy.
That one.
And it's like, it wasn't even over, too. Like,
when they played.
And then when the play after, once we got the offsides, and it was like, that's the deal. Still deal.
And then, like, when they when they came back
That was-
against
dude, that was
Atlanta.
like
Like I just seen them come back against Atlanta, and that was like a continuous meltdown. I was like, "Are you serious? Like they're just not going to stop them." And then they tied it, and then they went to overtime, and I was like, "Well, that was pretty painful to watch." But yeah, it's cool, whatever. But yeah, we'll see what happens with the Patriots. The AFC stacked. I don't even anyone who comes out of the AFC West they're gonna come up. That division is just gonna beat each other up. But hopefully, our players stay healthy. Russell Wilson. We got to get a good
It's gonna be
line.
exciting to watch.
We gotta get
this year.
gotta get-
I'll admit.
And it's cool.
It'll be cool to watch them.
Where we live, Denver's games are always
Did you see that
on.
the stadium caught on fire?
Yeah, the stadium caught on fire.
The heck? Did you see that picture? There was a picture, a meme of Pete Carroll starting it with the gas. He's all like that.
He has to start his own stadium on fire because that's what's going down over there. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll have some more topics, right? Coming.
More topics coming, y'all.
We'll have our reactions. We'll have our pick for the Final Four. What else do we got for the people? There's a UFC 273 coming up, so that we'll keep you guys updated on that. What else will we got?
All I have to say was just LeBron. Shout out LeBron. Coming the second all-time points leader.
Oh yeah,
in
LeBron.
NBA history.
It's hard to talk about the Lakers right now and anything that they're doing. But yeah, shout out LeBron.
He's averaging like almost 30 right now. Can you believe that Kareem averaged like 14 when he was 37?
Yeah, like
14 points.
Modern,
it's like only 14 points. But
modern times
compared to LeBron, just still.
Modern times, modern players.
I really believe he's gonna reach 40,000 points. Like,
yeah, like
the way he's playing still. You know what I mean? Especially if he wants to play with Bronny, a couple more years, he's gonna have that number one.
He just has to stay.
It's just a longevity record. You know what I mean? Just for how long he's been dominant for. Like,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure his career is like 25 plus points per game. Like,
I think he averages like 27, almost 28.
It's crazy for your whole career, 19 plus years. That's how you get there.
Yeah, you take care of your body
by not decreasing that points per game. Like, that's the magic number. If you could average 27 a game for 19 plus years, you're gonna be in top 5.
Yeah,
there's top 10.
The goal is debatable, but yeah, like you said, a lot of his accomplishments are like longevity. But you have to be great for so long. You can't just be sucky for a really long time. So. Yeah, we'll get into LeBron.
Yeah.
We'll like you said, we'll have a list of
There's
like
gonna be really great GOAT debates in the future once LeBron finally hangs him up. You know what I mean? To actually look back and see his career, it's gonna be up there for sure. Because I mean, it's like
it already
even
is.
Before he won his first ring, so much people were hating not getting a ring. Won the ring finally.
He was gonna get one eventually.
Did it in Cleveland.
Went back home.
Still doing it. He has 4, and it's like people still. He's like one of the most hated athletes ever. It's like why?
Yeah,
he's phenomenal.
Wow,
Once in a lifetime athlete.
Generational talent.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens though, but yeah, LeBron. Shout out LeBron. He's a beast. He's always been. Yeah, he's been the Michael Jordan of our era. So
for sure.
And everyone in their area has a Michael Jordan. So the GOAT is subjective and whatever. So we'll get into the GOAT debates. We'll get into all that stuff. But it's been another fun one, right, John?
Yeah,
for the people.
This one was fun. Shout out you guys all over our subscribers. We got subscribers all over the U.S. So
even in Canada too.
Even in Canada, so
shout out Canada. So
love you guys. Keep watching.
Keep subscribing.
Albuquerque heads. We got subbies all over the world, so we all better jump on this shit. We about to get some upgrades. Next episode, this is gonna be different. Stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned.
Started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Well, yeah, we'll get back to you guys next week, right, John?
Yeah.
This is another good one.
Another good one.
Shout out to you guys. You guys stay safe out there. Have a good week, you guys. Take it easy.
Stay positive.
And we'll talk
to you. On you guys. The haters. Just get them off you.
We'll holler at you guys next week.
All right, later, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.